Guys, let's talk about Hut 8. I just had a phone conversation with Sue. She goes by Big Suey on X, so make sure you follow her. I think she's like the vice president of Hut 8, or she's in investors relations. So we talked for about 10-15 minutes on the phone yesterday. Maybe I'll get her on the channel and we'll do like an interview and kind of ask her some questions and see really how she feels about crypto, Bitcoin, mining stocks, Hut 8, obviously a lot of different things. But they were accused of some things a couple days ago, and it happened to actually make the stock crash, right? I mean, in the matter of the last week or so, we're down over 60% on Hut 8 alone. This thing hit highs pretty recently. Let me see. Pretty recently, I would say in the last month or so, about $18, a little above $18. Now we're trading at $6.91. So very alarming, very concerning. So I wanted to give her a call. I asked her some questions. I'll be giving you those notes in today's video of really our conversation and what she thinks is going on. And then I'll also show you the charts on a monthly time frame, really zooming out, thinking long term, because the halving is coming up in about 3 months. Okay, so that's going to be a big thing in regards to Bitcoin and mining companies, so you want to be aware of that. But also, Sue feels really good long term with mining companies outside of the halving. So we'll talk a little bit about that. All I ask that you drop a like, you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and let's get right into it. Of course, it's not financial advice to tell you to buy or sell any stocks out there. I'm not a financial advisor, just my own opinion based on news, conversations, charts that I have with people, and you got to take it as you will and do what's best for you and your family. So before I give you the news, the notes, whatever it is, on what Sue said, I want to show you the charts. And this is a monthly time frame, so obviously this is a big red candle, right? We've just been selling off this last month, which is unfortunate. But again, it's kind of looking like a healthy retracement still today, even though that's crazy to say. Right now, we have support at this yellow line right here. I would say it's anywhere pretty much from $6 to $6.50. We closed at $6.91 as of yesterday, but we did test lows, I think, of like $6.18. So that's why that's the range, you know, around $6. You can also see we have a lot of wicks from before that touched this area. So this is support. If this breaks, of course, then that would be very, very concerning. We also have an upwards trend line right here that we want to hold that we've tested before. So what I can see is us, you know, bouncing around for the rest of this month right here, and then eventually making newer highs depending on what Hut comes out with. You know, they had some allegations that I made a video on about them merging with a company that their CEO is pretty shady, did some shady things. So now he's kind of working with Hut. So that is a concern, and people are calling this a pump and dump. But I don't know if that's the truth. So what I would love to see this stock do is by the end of January, I would love to see it close above $7.20, okay? So basically what that means is that's a 786 level right here. If we can close above it, this would be a great sign that Hut wants to reverse and move higher again. I'm not going to give you any price predictions on where I think it can go right now. I definitely have my long-term perspective that I've given to the Patreon. The link is down below if you want to join that. There's about 2 spots left for $7 a month. But this is an important level that we need to hold, the 786 level on a monthly chart. But you can see we could literally trade around here for the next 10 days. So I think you have time to get back into this stock if you want to. Right now I'm holding. I actually bought more, unfortunately, at $8. So it is pretty down right now. This was when we were already down about 15%. I wanted to add to my position. So I'm holding for the long term. I do obviously think this will move much higher, even if the negativity still is around this next week or the next 2 weeks or even into a month. I still think there will be movements higher where I could get out and, you know, get my money back, obviously. But I'm hoping success for Hut in the long run. I'm hoping they come out with more statements about what they were really accused of this week so they can give confidence to the community, because that would definitely help. I know a lot of people sold out of Hut and they're not really looking at it anymore. So definitely the community needs an update on what's going on with Hut 8, what's going on with these allegations. So hopefully if anyone sees this video from Hut 8, you can come out with a statement to bring some clarity to the community. Now I will update you on some notes that I took with Sue of our conversations. So she was basically saying she thinks this is a short attack and they don't know exactly what firm has done it. And she's saying this isn't a confirmation or anything, but she mentioned a company called Anson Funds, A-N-S-O-N. or company or whatever it is, they're a big short company, right? So her theory is basically they didn't get their short to fill, so they work with companies like J Capital, which you all saw that article come out about Hut 8. If you haven't seen it, just Google J Capital Hut 8 and the article will pop up. Basically, Anson Funds, if it was them or if it was another company, they hired J Capital to find all this information and write this dirt on Hut 8 so that the stock can fall to fill their short position. Now, do I think that's true? I don't know. It could make sense because also in the article of what J Capital wrote, they said that they will benefit from the stock falling, from Hut falling. So that's what she brought up also, which is a kind of tricky in a way. I can see why they're obviously shorting the stock. So the question is this a short attack or is this going to fall even further down? And I will show you the news on what Hut 8 put out in a second. But the other thing is, if this was a short attack, then maybe we are retracing down to the 786 level, which I just showed you guys on the charts. And now we could start to move up, right? It would be a normal retracement, just looking at fibs, okay, and understanding RSI and stochastic and all of that. So I always believe the news follows the charts follow the news. So obviously bad news came out, which pulled it down. So again, if they can come out and say, hey, this is what they're putting out, these are the allegations against us, but this is the actual truth, then obviously the stock will move back up, and all of last week was just noise. Hut 8 Corporation media statement on short report. So this is their response from J Capital and the allegations put against them. January 19th, Hut 8 Corp, one of North America's largest innovation-focused digital assets mining pioneers and high-performance computing infrastructure provider, is aware of a short report issued on January 18th. So literally in the last 2 days. So it fell pretty dramatically the last 2 days, right? Today's the 20th, so Thursday and Friday, which is a self-proclaimed group of biased activists who clearly disclose that they will profit of a company's share price decline. So basically their defense right now, Hut 8's defense is, hey, forget everything else that J Capital said. They stated that they will profit from the company's share price as it declines. Okay, so take that as you will. Hut 8 is reviewing the report and will provide updates as the company deems appropriate. So that's good. I like this. Hut 8 is reviewing the report. Excuse my family in the background. Hut 8 is reviewing the report and will provide updates as the company deems appropriate. So I think the appropriate time is now, like this week coming up, hopefully this weekend even, so that this thing can start moving on Monday and people can feel better about their investment with Hut, because I'm frustrated also, right? I've dug into the company a little more and look at the charts, so I'm not too concerned yet, but I would say if Hut 8 doesn't come out with any more statements, then that definitely would be concerning, even if this is true that they were just trying to fill their short. You need to play offense. You need to come out and play offense against J Capital. Right now, it looks like they're kind of playing defense, but hopefully this is true and they do come out with more. In the meantime, the company's management team and board of directors continue to have confidence in the merger of equals the strength of the company's balance sheet and the future success of the organization, and are committed to moving forward as a combined company to drive meaningful growth for the shareholders. So again, they're not saying anything about the allegations. They still believe in the company they merged with, even though there's a lot of negativity around it. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are you doing with Hut 8? Leave a comment, drop a like. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. See you on the next one.